take your order, please?
Yeah, we'd like a jumbo combo delivered.
Godfather's Pizza delivered. Do it.
You're watching KMTV, Omaha, the Midlands News Channel. Now, with the Midland Top Story. This is Channel 3 News at 6.
A courthouse attack in Seattle sends a message to the Midlands that kind of violence won't happen here. One county plans a counterattack in tonight's Top Story. Good evening, everyone. I'm Loretta Carroll.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Mason. Thanks for joining us. Happening in the Midlands this evening, Pottawatomie County making a bold move to protect the people doing business inside its courthouse.
Channel 3's Mary Williams reports on a judge who already finds violence a problem. Our Top Story begins with all for a solution.
It is safe to say the Pottawatomie County Courthouse is security-free. In the past, no one really worried too much about metal detectors and security cameras. But scenes like this played out in more and more courtrooms, and threats right here at home are prompting the county to take another look.
We've had guns pulled in the courtroom. We've taken knives away from people. We have had situations where people have lost their temper in a courtroom, have had to be subdued.
And Judge Connolly says that's happening far too often. He's been pushing for better security for years. Now it looks like he's about to get it.
The County Board of Supervisors wants to restrict access to the courthouse. Under the plan, this would be the only way into the building, but you wouldn't get past the front door without going through a metal detector first.
And for starters, there would also be police regularly assigned to the courthouse. But those changes won't come cheap. A rough guess on the cost, several $100,000. And that's money the county doesn't have.
Will you be taking services away from the taxpayer to pay for this?
Possibly. We don't want to. But if we can't come up with the money and our budgets are frozen at the present time for 2 years by the state, and that doesn't allow for any additional services.
So the county says the taxpayer may have to give up a little to be a lot more safer in a building that right now is behind the times. Mary Williams, Channel 3 News.
Other counties are looking at increasing courthouse security, too. Douglas County says, like Pottawatomie County, it is considering limiting access to the courthouse and making everyone who walks in walk through a metal detector. The head of security tells us catching trouble before it happens is really the key. In Sarpy, the sheriff and Judge Ronald Reagan took security concerns to the county's commissioners there. Right now, it uses deputies and portable metal detectors to screen out trouble. And at the federal courthouse in Omaha, metal detectors are stationed at the front doors along with armed guards, and that's a plan more counties are planning on using. Loretta?
Tonight, questions of favoritism surround one member of the Douglas County Board. The county's getting ready to finance a new multi-million-dollar youth center. Commissioner George Mills today pushed to get an old friend involved in that deal. Thomas Moriarty works for a St. Louis company that wants to sell some of the bonds. Moriarty used to be the county housing director and has known Mills for more than 20 years. Board chairman Claire Duda objected to the move. Duda says that Mills was letting Moriarty in after the bond sale was already okayed by the board. In the end, Mills won out by a 4-3 vote. A Douglas County judge sentenced an Omaha woman to at least 30 years in prison today. 31-year-old Kelly Thurdahl was sexually assaulting 2 children. It happened back in 1993 at a home on Park Avenue. Thurdahl was apparently part of a group of adults accused of assaulting kids. Prosecutor Greg Abood thinks the sentence fits the crime.
As the judge said, the acts that were committed are so vile to society that he had to give her the sentence that he did, which was a very stiff sentence.
The defense attorney in the case says the sentence is harsh. Thurdahl will not be eligible for parole for at least 15 years.
And a Burke High School student will be sentenced next month for misdemeanor motor vehicle homicide. Kristen Decker will go before a juvenile judge. On April 20th, her attorney expects her to get probation, but that will be up to the judge, Donald Hamilton. And now, Kristen Decker is being sued. The mothers of 2 of the 3 teenagers killed in Decker's car in the crash last year are suing her. Kathy Lombardi and Janelle Papillon claim Decker, now 17, was negligent because she was speeding when the car she was driving crashed children. The mothers are asking for medical and funeral expenses as well as damages for emotional distress. A Lincoln man will be sent to Germany next week to face hate crimes charges. His name is Gary Locke. He's been nicknamed the Farm Belt Fuhrer. He was arrested in Denmark, accused of passing out neo-Nazi materials. Copies of his racist newspaper, published in Lincoln, turned up at a school in Pennsylvania. A 15-year-old boy found them and then turned them in. The city of Lincoln officially removed itself from Locke, and now State Senator LaVon Crosby is trying to do the same thing.
Which would put Nebraska legislature on record as neither approving nor condoning the activities of Gary Locke and his neo-Nazi activities.
Senator Crosby does not think Locke's activities give Nebraska or Lincoln a bad name. She wants to be sure, though, that people don't put the two together.
Well, it's time to check on the weather now. Another cool day out there, and yes, we can expect a chilly evening.
Carrie Coleman in the Forecast Center right now taking a look at first weather. Carrie?
It is going to be cool overnight tonight. Generally just cloudy, although it's not impossible that you could see a sprinkle here and there. For the most part, though, just kind of be another chilly night like we saw last night and the night before that. Say around 9 o'clock, we're looking for those temperatures to be around 35 and around the freezing mark tomorrow morning around 7 o'clock, and those persistent clouds are going to be with us for a couple more days. I'll tell you all about it with the complete forecast in a few minutes. John, Loretta.
All right, Carrie, thanks. Well, you know Aksarben's turning 100.
A celebration is tuning up, starring the best now in Midland's bands. Band members from UNO came up with Aksarben's Centennial March. Now, all they have to do is help find 200 of the best high school band members in Nebraska and Iowa to play in it. Aksarben unveiled its plans today to organize the first ever all-star band. The call is going out to students from all over Nebraska and western Iowa. The music faculty at UNO will select the lucky players. That all-star band will be making its debut performance on May 13th, Aksarben's anniversary jubilee.
Well, there's still plenty ahead for you here on the Midlands News Channel.
Coming up, we'll tell you about 100 kids walking out of class and